At 5 p.m. today, the Prime Minister was supposed to address the Lok Sabha on the President's speech during the budget session of Parliament. But minutes before that planned speech, the House was suddenly adjourned for the day. All of us were taken aback because it was not expected. The reason? Women opposition MPs had surrounded the Prime Minister's chair with posters and placards. Here's exactly what happened. As soon as the House resumed at 5 p.m., several women MPs from the opposition, including Varsha Gaikwad, Jyoti Mani and others, stood near where the Prime Minister was supposed to deliver the speech from and were ready to gherao him. They were holding a large banner that read, "Do what is right." As soon as the proceedings started, the Speaker, Sandhya Ray, who was in the chair, adjourned the House. At that point, the Prime Minister had not yet arrived inside the Lok Sabha. Several ministers urged the opposition women MPs to return to their seats, after which they went back. The opposition alleges that the Prime Minister is scared and running away from debate.
डर गए, आने से डर गए सदन में, और उनके रेल मंत्री और निशिकांत जी तो बुलेट ट्रेन की तरह भागे लड़कियों को देख के।
कई तरह का आरोप भी लगा रहे हैं। क्या लगा पीएम का आप आरोप लगा रही, पीएम डर गए, किस बात से डर गए? जो राहुल जी ने चैलेंज किया था,
तो आप बताएंगे किस बात से डरे?
जो भी हुआ बहुत ही डरावना था। जो भी हुआ वो कांग्रेस की हताशा को दिखाता है। प्री प्लान महिलाओं को आगे रख के, 7-8 महिला सांसदों को आगे रख के, और ये लोग प्रधानमंत्री जी के आसन तक आ गए, उनके सीट तक आए और उनके सीट के पीछे 3 रो तक आ गए। वो सिचुएशन ऐसा था, बिल्कुल ये अटैक करने आए थे।
5 बजे प्राइम मिनिस्टर खुद भाषण करने नहीं आए और हम वहां जाके दुबे जी को कह रहे थे, दुबे इधर आओ, वो आए नहीं, वो भाग गए, आगे जाके कहीं छुप गए लोगों के अंदर। मेरा सिर्फ इतना ही कहना है कि जिस तरह से वो बात करते हैं, जिस तरह से नेहरू जी के बारे में, इंदिरा जी के बारे में बात करते, ये सही नहीं है और उनको रोकना ये अध्यक्ष की जिम्मेदारी थी।
ये दुर्भाग्य है, संसदीय इतिहास में पक्ष और विपक्ष होते रहा है और ट्रेजरी बैंक का केवल दायित्व नहीं होता सदन को चलाना। पहली बार देश में राष्ट्रपति के अभिभाषण पर इस तरह का हंगामा करे, ये तो अबोध बालक की तरह कर रहे हैं हंगामा। आज तो लगा कि ट्रेजरी बेंच के तरफ चल दिए सब लोग, समझते हैं कि नेहरू खानदान का राज है, दूसरा कोई नहीं आ सकता है। ये कांग्रेस पार्टी का दफ्तर है या सोनिया गांधी का घर है।
The Congress party says Prime Minister dar gaye. He didn't want to speak because of what was happening in Parliament. The BJP says that the Prime Minister has been blocked. Whatever may be the reality, the truth is this is unprecedented. The Prime Minister was supposed to speak today at 5 p.m. and the House was adjourned seconds before that speech was about to begin. Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, joins me live. Huda Zariwala, political analyst as well. Thank you very much to the both of you for being with me. Charu, the Congress pointing at the Prime Minister, mocking, taunting, saying Pradhan Mantri dar gaye, and that's why the speech was cancelled at the last minute. We've got pictures on our screens right now of what was going on inside Parliament. It's pretty clear that women MPs from the opposition were planning to gherao the Prime Minister. There was already a great deal of sloganeering happening. What do you think?
Shiv, this pattern has become so troubling. First you disrupt the parliament, then you prevent any kind of a discussion, then you go running out and claim victimhood. I think this has become a set pattern by which the opposition has been acting in every single parliament session, and today was no different. In fact, I think today they upped it by several notches, and the kind of behavior they displayed was deplorable. The way Rahul Gandhi behaved on the steps outside Parliament, the way he pointed fingers and in fact called his own party MP a traitor, the way he wanted to quote from an unpublished book, pretending to be the guardian of institutional dignity of the army. I mean, who are you trying to fool? You are the same people who questioned the surgical strikes. You are the same people who asked for proof repeatedly. You mocked the army. You said, "Hamare jawan pit rahe hain." You echoed the narrative of Pakistan during Operation Sindoor. And today you want to be the custodian of dignity of the army. Okay. And you want to quote from a book which does not even exist. See, I think it is much bigger. At the end of it, the fact is that the right to speak in Parliament flows from the chair. It does not come from entitlement. If a member is disrupting the Parliament again and again, he's ignoring the chair, he refuses to follow all kinds of procedure, the chair is constitutionally bound to act. The Parliament had been adjourned. It has been adjourned several times today thanks to these disruptions. And then you're saying the Prime Minister should come and speak in the middle of all this.
Okay.
And he does. बचपना कब रुकेगा शिव? Let me please say this. कि डर गए का बचपना needs to come to a stop because Rahul Gandhi makes statements like sweater पहन लिया तो अब सर्दी से डर गए. I mean, how irrelevant can you get?
Okay, so the BJP is calling it childish, Huda. The Congress, like I said, has said that the Prime Minister is scared to face the opposition in the House, and that's why he didn't make his speech. The BJP says this is juvenile, puerile behavior, and that the Prime Minister cannot be blocked in this manner. Huda.
Well, clearly the BJP did get scared in this matter, because if that was not the case, why didn't the PM appear? Just minutes before, he decided conveniently to not address the chair, which clearly means that the accusations put on by the entire members and, the members of the opposition, the women MPs, is correct in this case. I mean, there was absolutely no discussion on budget, which was recently presented. Nothing was discussed extensively on that. There was no discussion on, Rahul Gandhi was not allowed to speak. We have seen recently how Mamata Banerjee was heckled. She was supposed to speak today, but clearly the BJP wanted the session to be disrupted. They wanted it to be adjourned, which is why they are making a big deal out of the whole debacle. It was, in fact, the women MPs that wanted to address, that wanted the session to be addressed. These, the BJP conveniently says that women were put forward. I mean, the BJP really talking about the women who cannot in any case stand up for women. Nishikant Dubey, we know he's, a gentleman with the kind of record that he's there. How is he able to quote a statement from 1961 of Pandit Nehruji, which holds no relevance in today's discussion whatsoever?
Okay.
Rahul Gandhi ji, in his address, wanted to make the China issue to be discussed today, made it clear
So
that the issue needs to be discussed.
The counter
Time and
allegation
again.
is that the BJP...
Rahul Gandhi.
The BJP
Rahul Gandhi ji is
chaos in Parliament because it doesn't want to answer any questions. That's what is being said now about...
Where the questions posed by Rahul Gandhi ji answered. We have seen he was disrupted time and again during this whole session. Ever since the budget was presented, Rahul Gandhi ji was about to put his point. He was in fact cornered.
Okay. So,
he's been cornered time and again.
So there are some people saying that the opposition didn't want to let the Prime Minister speak because the BJP didn't allow Rahul Gandhi to speak. Yeah, Charu.
So here Huda has first gone and put her foot firmly in her mouth by saying Mamata Banerjee was going to be speaking in Parliament today. Madam, let me tell you, a state chief minister does not speak in the Indian Parliament.
I was not saying she was going to speak today. I said West Bengal, who is going to get into elections very soon. TMC leaders could have gotten the chance to speak. They were not allowed to speak.
We can spend the entire debate speaking over each other if Shiv likes.
Charu.
I'll try to do this turn by turn. Now, you want the Prime Minister to come and address an adjourned House? And why did the House get adjourned? You claim you wanted to discuss the budget, but what happened? You could not even discuss the President's address because you wanted to bring in China.
Why did the Prime Minister conveniently
not exist? Who are you doing it again? I understand that my voice rattles you, the truth rattles you. Do not get rattled. Let me finish speaking. What did Rahul Gandhi wanted to discuss? He wanted to, and let me say this, okay, conveniently bring in a quote of a general because it suited his political narrative and he was using a source which does not exist. Now, here is the real issue. What was the statement that General Ravneet has made in public? And he's made it many times. What is the institutional position of the Indian Army? You are not concerned about that because General Saab has said that we gave a befitting reply to China. General Saab has said that not an inch of our land had been lost and we forced China to disappear. These are statements on public record from the horse's mouth, but you don't want to pay attention to that because your politics revolves around misusing every single institution of this country to suit your political narrative. And Prime Minister आके बोलेंगे कहाँ भाई Parliament को adjourn
No, might I just say that the issue of General Naravane's unpublished book and the Indo-US trade deal, those were the two issues on which the opposition wanted a discussion or a debate or trying to pin down the government. Neither of those discussions has happened. Huda, yes, you can respond to Charu.
Absolutely. Why was there no discussion on the budget? Why was Rahul Gandhi ji, the leader, honorable leader of opposition, not allowed to speak, heckled multiple times in the parliament? Why did the prime minister, just minutes away from actually addressing, back out when the president's address was going to happen? Why? The BJP wanted the parliament, the session to be adjourned. They conveniently made sure that Rahul Gandhi ji does not get enough time and sufficient time to speak, because if these member of parliament are going to, from the opposition, if they're allowed to put their point across, if they're allowed to actually speak for issues that matter, issues at hand, speak about so many things that have been going on. We have seen in all states ruled by the BJP how the minorities are heckled, how in fact it has become extremely dangerous for minorities to exist. The recent case of Mohammad Deepak, I know this is off topic, but my point is that these are matters that need discussion. Why are these relevant topics not discussed? In fact, conveniently, the parliament the session gets adjourned. The opposition members do not get to put their point across. Rahul Gandhi ji, who makes all the sense in the world as far as representing the opposition is concerned.
Final points to you both. Final minute to both of you, Charu, and you can answer what Huda said, but I want to just zoom out a little bit and ask finally. This is a relationship breakdown where there doesn't seem to be any space for sensible debate in Parliament from both sides. With this tutu meme that continues, there is no space for anything else, Charu.
Absolutely. And Shiv, it has become a problem for the entire country, which waits for parliament sessions to see and hear what constructive discussion we will be hearing this time around. And it has become a constant pattern. Like I said, they refuse debate. They call for the Prime Minister to speak, but how have they behaved every single time the PM has spoken? They either stage a walkout or they disrupt the parliament and ensure that the parliament is anyways not functioning at the point of time when the PM stands up to speak. See, I'll tell you one more thing, and this is a troubling pattern again with the opposition. You want to be the claimant and the protector of everything, while alternatively you are the one who brings it down. So like how he spoke about the army and the position of our Honorable General this time, he's done it for the 6. Huda mentioned minorities in India. What was the reason that 6 in our country were butchered? Homes
We've
were
had that
burned
discussion.
down,
We've had that discussion. It was not a it was not an attack on the Sikh community.
I'm almost out of
Time and
time.
again.
But Huda, answer the broader question that I'm asking, just to end with last word to you, which is that both sides will ultimately have to do something for a conversation to happen. The opposition is putting it entirely on the government. I believe the government is definitely answerable, and I do ask those questions. But the opposition on its part also indulges in this kind of disruption. Today was a case in point. The Prime Minister could have spoken.
Well, I am actually waiting for the day when BJP, in fact, discusses issues, relating to the negating of the daily track for the daily spending, the minor spending, the relying on non-guaranteed income, and the failing to review the budget regularly. These errors we have seen lead to frustration, lead to inconsistent application, the financial stress on the middle class. When are we going to have discussions that actually matter? When does the BJP in fact speak about unemployment, women's safety, about the agricultural farmers? I mean, farmers are in a distress even now.
Okay.
11 years of the BJP in power. When does the BJP actually speak issues that relate to you and me, the taxpayers, the armed janta of this country? It is the BJP that believes in disrupting these sessions. It is the BJP that conveniently finds Rahul Gandhi ji to be blamed for everything. Everything is blamed upon Nehru ji, upon the Gandhi family. When is the BJP going to stop its shenanigans? We need to put a stop to this. Discuss real issues.
Okay.
So convenient.
It's for
Nobody's
that
calling.
reason.
Charu, you want to say
She's
something?
smiling. She herself knows that none of this is the truth. Shiv, look at her expression.
Obviously
She can't
is.
stop
Okay, tell me during one discussion when BJP discuss matters that connect to the armed janta.
I'm gonna
Sorry, I'm saying this. He's been the one who's been a traitor to India.
Okay.
Time and time again.
Did BJP
I'm
discuss
completely out of
unemployment?
time. This is also representative of the relationship breakdown between the two political aisles. I have to say, the two shows that I did yesterday and the day before, right here on my show, I'm going to send everyone the links because they are actually a masterclass in the questions that could have been asked inside Parliament on the issues that the opposition has taken up and may have actually avoided these disruptions. But that is the mood we are in right now. It is impossible to have a conversation. And I say this again, the onus is on both sides. Thank you very much, Huda. Thank you very much, Charu, for being with me here tonight on India Matters. It's a wrap on the show. I'll see you at the same time tomorrow.